Citibank is calling for a crypto bull market until 2026, and I actually agree with them. And I do believe this is a super cycle. This is something I've said before. However, just because it's a super cycle doesn't mean everything is going to pump the entire time. And I'm going to explain to you how I think this is going to work. Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every single day. I'm Wendy O. Make sure to like this video, drop me a comment because I read them all, and of course, subscribe, set alerts because you need to get more and stay up to date. This cycle, Bitcoin has proved to be a complete outlier and has outperformed a lot of other altcoins. I mean, XRP did pump from 50 cents to $3. BNB pumped, hit all-time high at $1,300. HBAR pumped, I believe, from like 5 cents to like 25 cents. So we're seeing some nice gains across the board. However, in crypto, we're used to seeing these types of gains last the entire cycle, and then the cycle abruptly ending because of some crazy black swan event, and then number goes down. But we've maintained pretty consistent price action. Yes, I know we're going sideways. Yes, I know a lot of you aren't pleased with that. But at the same time, this is what we get for integrating crypto into traditional finance. And remember, we're going to see tokenized stocks, funds, everything all over the place. And that all of that technology is enabled because of crypto. Blockchain technology, aka RWA's tokenization. And this is both good and bad. It's good because money is going to flow in with all these crypto spot ETFs and with tokenized everything, especially depending on what chain they're using. But it is a little bit bad because we're kind of losing that decentralized aspect. But that's also a compromise that we need to kind of, I guess, accept when we're becoming mainstream. And the good thing about becoming mainstream is we get access to trillions and trillions of dollars. Heck, 401ks, for example, that holds about $12.5 trillion. And with the EO, that could potentially run into crypto. Diversify, trickle into crypto. And then we have different types of funds. I mean, it's really just endless because we all know the stock market is the original Ponzi scheme. Now, why do I think the market is going to continue to do well and that this is a super cycle, but it's going to be different than previous cycles? We've got the Bitcoin spot ETFs that are outperforming traditional financial ETFs. Folks over at Bitwise predict spot Bitcoin ETFs will hit record inflows in Q4, surpassing 2024's $36 billion total. Just the first 4 days of Q4 2025, $3.5 billion was pulled in with these ETFs. And another big catalyst is wealth managers, financial advisors. They're able to financially advise their clients, hey, get into this spot ETF, hey, buy Bitcoin, get exposure here, there, whatever, and different altcoins. And just yesterday, about 300 plus crypto ETFs were applied for. Tuttle filed for 60 new 3x ETFs. And these are crypto related. IBIT, Master, Coin, Circle. These are crypto related stocks. Then 250 new 3x leverage ETFs. These include XRP, Solana, I mean, you name it. And one key thing in the 250 plus new 3x ETFs is that a lot of these leverage ETFs have performed well. For example, the 2x BMNR ETF hit 400 million on its 8th day of trading, and it already holds 270 million in assets under management. And according to ETF analysts, this indicates strong demand from retail, and that retail basically is hungry for leverage and insensitive to high fees because this is pretty much the only way they can use leverage. And yeah, we're in the shutdown, so it's going to take a little bit of time for these to get approved. But long term, things are looking good in my opinion. Go ahead and drop me a comment. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, but I don't see why the bull market wouldn't run into 2026 and even further than that, really kind of depending on the economic uncertainty of the world. Goodbye.